Hi guys, I'm Christina. I am making this channel for any women who are going through IVF. So a little bit about me. I'm 31, no children at all. I have stepkids. Sorry, I do have stepkids, but I don't have any biological children. And the reason I'm making this video and this channel is to kind of document my day-to-day or weekly progresses with everything. So I am at 28 days right now on my cycle. I feel pretty good, you know, I don't have any major complaints. I think the worst part so far has been just the one medication that burns like hell. So if anybody's watching and they don't know what I'm referring to, there's one word, shots. Shots are going to be a part of your life for a couple weeks when you start your cycle. It's not the fun shots like when you go to college and you're like, yay, it's like Tuesday, Thursday, you know, Thursday, Tuesday, or whatever, let's go take shots. No. These are not as exciting and fun as far as like comfort level. So you will have to adjust to the shots. But the other, you know, side of that is that through all of those painful shots and nights where you're like, oh my god, I like have to watch the time to see if I'm doing my shots the right time and all of that, like, you know what the end goal is. You know the end goal is to have a baby boy or baby girl and have them happy and healthy. So we got to do what we have to do. And it's not something that's like, oh wow, like this is easy peasy. I'll tell you right now, it's not. It's not easy peasy. Your life is going to literally be micromanaged by your nurses and by your doctors for a whole entire cycle. And I'm at the point now, because I'm at almost to my trigger date, I am literally getting a day-by-day plan for what my medications are and all that. There are a lot of medications. I would say probably 10-ish. I don't know, 10, 12, whatever. It just depends on what your initial consult's like with your doctor, depending on what medications they put you on. So I am on Medipure and brain fart, guys, Follistim for my stims. There's a lot of acronyms as well, as you'll figure out as you go through your cycle. Stims is stimulants, which help with your ability to mature the eggs properly and in a timely manner without being ahead of schedule. So my stims are going well so far. So and I pretty much right now have daily check-ins or monitoring dates. I am doing blood work every day, which means I get stuck with a needle in my arm and my stomach. So just needles, a lot of needles. But right now I am at day 28, like I mentioned. I have a daily check-in, but today I had an appointment, which went really well. I have a 16 follicle, which is 16 millimeters, which is really great for me just starting my injections a week ago. So I have some 12s and 13s, which is still really good. But your doctors will tell you what they want you to be at before you do your retrieval. Now, since this is my very first one, I definitely have learned a lot about it through friends and all that, through a group that I'm in on another social media site. So if you have questions about which one that is, I can certainly inform you about it, but I'm just not putting it out there right now, just for confidentiality reasons. But I am going through Shady Grove, which is another, well, biggest one that I know of. Don't quote me on that because I'm not really sure what's out there in other states and all that, but where I am, Shady Grove is like the happening place to go. So I'm going there. I have a great team. I have a great nurse. I have a great doctor and all that, and she's very, just bedside manner is like on point. Like she's very compassionate and all that. And like when your hormones are all over the place because of the medications, it's really important to have somebody that's like is sweet and kind and attentive to your needs. So my only disclaimer, if you don't feel right, jump ship. Because if you don't like how your doctor is treating you, or if they're not responsive or whatever, like this is a huge deal and this is a lot to take on. You need to have someone that's there for you, not necessarily 24/7, but that you feel comfortable with. You don't want to be in this very invasive situation without having somebody that supports you and like you feel like you can talk to about things. And Shady Grove, from my experience, has been great. And everybody from like the front desk person to my doctor has been very sweet and kind, and that's really important to me. I'm one of those people, I will leave a place, even if it's a restaurant, if you don't talk to me properly and in a sweet, decent human being kind of way, like I'm gonna leave. I don't tolerate it. But anyway, to get back on track. So yeah, the point of me making this channel is just to kind of give people a documentary of my life and my cycle, and hopefully I'll just have one, but if I have more, then so be it. You know, everything doesn't always happen with the one-shot wonder. There's a lot of women that I've met that are on their 3rd and 4th and 5th and even 6th cycles. It's all about you and your comfort level and what you're okay with. Don't ever let anybody push you into a situation that you don't want to be in. Yeah, some women do have timelines due to age or their health or whatever, but this is very intense. I mean, it's probably the hardest thing I've been through. And I don't mean hard like I can't do it, because obviously I'm doing it, but it's the hardest thing because, like I mentioned before, it gets to the point that like you do need that person to constantly tell you, you got this, you're strong. I know you're tired, I know you're hormonal and you're not really feeling like doing anything, but you have to keep your head up. That's one of the biggest things to tell you. Just keep your head up and keep your spirits up, because if you let it take over you, you're not going to have your body right, you're not going to have your mind right. That's like a triple whammy. So just know that you are not alone, and you can do this. You can really 100% do this. And if you're having days that you just don't feel like yourself and you don't feel energetic, guess what? Right here. Because last night, I was just like, oh my god, like after working 12 hours at the hospital, I said hi to my husband, I said hi to the kids, and I was like, okay, I'm going to bed. I didn't feel like doing anything else. I took a shower and hopped in bed by like 9:30. So those days are going to happen. But then you have the days like I did today, and I went on Amazon and I started buying all this stuff because I'm like, I need my lucky socks, I need my lucky shirt, I need this, I need that. Like, it literally becomes like a almost exciting, like Christmas morning kind of thing, if that makes sense. Because now I'm like, I have all these cool socks and these, transfer day socks and these retrieval shirts and whatever, and I'm like, this is literally the most exciting thing ever. So yeah, I'm really, really excited to go through this. And I just, when you wanted something for, sorry, I can't talk today. When you've wanted something for so bad, we've been trying for 2 years, and there's plenty of people out there that have been trying a lot longer than me. But when you've been trying for 2 years, it just becomes like, no questions. Do what you have to do. And, having my husband here to cheer me on and be like, babe, you need some ice because you look a little sore today from shooting yourself in the stomach for the 25,000th time. It's kind of nice to have all that. But anyways, I'm gonna wrap this up because this is like my first video and I'm obviously a little nervous. But thank you for listening, and I hope you stay with me and we grew together, literally and mentally. So have a wonderful night, guys. See ya.